Hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. Together with these great partners, we are able to bring you quality information to help you reach your whitetail habitat goals quicker but more proficiently. Northwoods Whitetails, Plot Doctor, Harper Growing Solutions, Scent Thief, Real Wood Productions, Ace Hardware of Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I finally got a celebrity here with us today. So we got John here. We're in northern Michigan. I'm on my way through doing some Wisconsin properties and working my way back through Michigan, picking up the boy this week and then heading back to the farm in Kentucky. So today guys, what we want to talk about is, as you know, we have our blend that we're offering right through John this year, and we were up here just talking about, you know, thatch layer, rye, what is the best product to use on a food plot system to try to get you through some droughts, right? I don't know if there's a perfect solution right yet, John, but I know that one thing that we agree on, right, is having what I refer to on the channel is that plot armor, right? Having something down over your, whether it's the summer and or the fall blend, having something on that so you're protecting the seed, not only in creating a thatch layer to have that moisture control, right? So like I said in the past, guys, I know it's hard for a lot of folks to believe, but I don't fret the weather, the rain, you know, no rain and or too much rain like I used to, because I have that availability of having that crop or that cover crop down over my blends. So today what we're going to talk about, John and I were here at one of his plots here in Michigan, and what we're going to talk about is, this is not our blend, you know, that we offer through John, but this is a system that John has going here. And so our system is, you know, we're taking that rye and taking it and putting it down, crimping it down over our summer blend, and then letting that grow all the way until August, and then putting the fall blend into it. What John's got here is he's got the rye. So why don't you touch on, John, kind of what you've been doing on this one?
So Josh always talks about how bad his ground is, and I said, hold my beer, I got a better one. So on our channel we talk about an impossible food plot. Now this is across the street from our house. This is where some of our kids do some youth season hunting. But I think after this video, hopefully Josh will grab the camera and kind of show you what we're dealing with. But this is solid rock here. This is big boulders. This is impossible to till. So what we do here, this is a perpetual rye food plot. Okay, and what I mean by that is, many years ago we came in, killed the weeds, and we flattened it with, I believe it was a steel lawn roller, and we seeded cereal rye into it. But this is absolute terrible ground, less than 1% organic matter. pH is going to be a mid-4, maybe a low 5, and rye does extremely well here, and it's a great food source for the deer in this area. There is no egg. You can see we're just surrounded by big woods here, and there's a lot of hunting pressure. So this is about just under an acre food plot in the middle of the woods. Great spot. In fact, Josh, we pulled in here and there was a deer standing on the edge of the food plot. Great spot for them to hide all day. But what we're doing here now is we're looking at this standing rye, and what we're going to do is we're going to let it die. We're going to take a chain harrow, those ones you can get from Cabela's or Tractor Supply. We're going to run it upside down, and we're going to flatten all this. We're going to hit it once with Roundup because there is some greenery underneath here. But we were talking about laying this down, and the first thing I told Josh when we pulled in here, I haven't been back here in about a month, I said this isn't thick enough. The population isn't thick enough, because when we lay this rye down, and we'll try to do a close-up later, when we lay this rye down, I don't want to see any ground, but I can see ground now. I can see soil. So it's going to be armor on the soil. It's going to be cover on. It's going to be your thatch layer. But just looking at this rye population, it probably should be doubled. Now this spot, I think we dropped actually 100 pounds of rye, but the cameras are showing there was some turkeys in here eating it. There's birds in here eating it. It's no-till on a clay hill. A lot of that seed might not have germinated, or it struggled to break through that clay layer. So I don't like the population of rye that's coming back. I think it should be a lot thicker. But that's what we're going to do here. This is a perpetual rye plot. We're going to lay this right down, hoping some of this seed that is being produced will germinate and we'll have a much thicker stand of rye. But we got to build the nutrients up. We've been using Brad Harper's Plot Doctor products back here, and we got to get in here with some more. But that's what we're doing back here.
Yeah, so great example of, you know, having that same idea and mindset about using that thatch, just using it in a different way than what, you know, I've got, having been experimenting with and have, you know, proven that success as far as putting that over that summer blend and not crimping in the fall. What John is going to be doing here, he's going to be laying this down over that fall, you know, blend, or that his fall, more of his fall, you know, food plot blends. So same theory, just wanted to touch base with you guys is there's so much that you can do with a thatch layer, but I'm trying to get John to crimp all of his rye down on his summer blends, right, and to prove that. But he's seen that before, I've seen it before, we've used the product. It's just a different kind of, you know, a different thought process, I guess you could say, maybe about you know, how to get to that level of organic matter and healthy plots. Theory is, guys, whether it's you're covering your fall plots with it, whether you're covering your summer plots with it, don't come in and, like John was saying, you can't mow in this, right? Because and I'll take the camera and do them close-ups like John was saying, but you can't mow this anyway, and you don't want to mow it. You want to use that tall standing crop for that thatch layer, for that what we refer to as that plot armor. Whether you're using our north and south, the summer north and south, or the fall north and south, use that product if you have it. Don't mow it. You can spray it. You know, I don't think there's any hurt to spray. I don't find that there's any you know, anything that you're hurting the organic matter or killing any of my you know, my bugs or my worms or anything in my plot after I spray. And the reason for that, guys, is when I lay that thatch layer down, then I'm spraying. So I touched on that with John earlier. I don't lose my, you know, I don't lose the clover, I don't lose any of my you know, product in there when I spray, because I'm spraying on top of the thatch layer. But a lot of folks get themselves in trouble, I think, when it's a huge advantage that you could use in your power to not mow this away and use it to your favor. You know, you lay it on top of whatever that is that you are doing, and the more pure of a stand like this you can get, the better the thatch layer works. But you can do it with junk hay and the same theory, right? But the more pure the stand is, like John's got going here, the better your thatch layer will become. It's because you have this effect on your, you know, I guess a good example, right, John? A good kind of an open porous thatch, instead of it being a broadleaf hay grass matted look, right? That's nothing can get through. So kind of different way of doing it. John and I are going to shoot a couple of videos here today with each other and go over some final details on our venture together with the seeds. I just wanted to kind of bring this one to you. One
of the things, Josh, and I'm going to grab a screwdriver so we can dig this out. You know, one of the things, it's kind of a misconception. People are going to look at this rye plot right now and say, oh my God, look at all the organic matter you created. That's not the case. Now, if you look, there's still thatch from, this is still on top of the ground. So this is just called crop residue. This is not the organic matter. Maybe someday down the road, 5, 6, 7 years from now, that's organic matter. But what's going to build organic matter? Let's see if I can get some out of here. And I was showing Josh before how really nice this soil is. It's actually starting to turn. But this root structure, this is not a very good example, but this is what's going to become your organic matter, okay? This right here. This is your armor, this is your thatch, this is your crop residue, and you can look all through here, and there's still, last year and 2 years ago, thatch is still on top of the ground. It's not broke down yet. Eventually it'll be broken down, but this is what we're looking for with this cereal rye. Not a very big root system because it's such clay. There's not a lot of nutrients in the ground where it's going to do it really well. This stuff is only maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall. Other parts, other food plots we have, that cereal rye is 5 feet tall, 6 feet tall, massive root system. But this is where the magic happens. This is what we're doing. This is how you turn soil from crap into more healthy soils, this root system.
So you're taking that good thatch layer, that plot armor, you're letting that decay over time. That is what's creating your organic matter. So John touched on something here, and then we'll end this one, guys. 0.5s under 1 organic matter. And when I started that process, you know, that's what we're accustomed to in Michigan as a whole, and I think Brad Harper touched on that with me. Half, maybe 1's a good organic matter with some really good ag practices in the state of Michigan, because the sandy loam is like a 2, right? So I started with 3, 2s, on the farm in Kentucky, and believe it or not, like I said, it's hard for people to believe, but I have no organic matter on my farm under a 5.5, the highest being a 6.8. That's not pH, that's organic matter, and it's all directly related to this system.
Yep, the fastest way to build organic matter is the root structure of cereal rye, big root producing plants, and then that thatch layer that you keep putting down eventually becomes organic matter as well. But yeah, if you want to move the needle quickly out here, a lot of rye, and that'll move that organic matter needle quickly.
Yep, so that fall blend that we have, guys, the whitetail driven fall, whether you're north or south, is going to have that in there, so you have all of that product that you plant in the fall working for you in the spring, so you can plant a good stand over that, you know, summer blend, and then it's just a rotation. You know, it's just summer and fall, and you just keep that rotation. In the meantime, that thatch layer is protecting that seed, and we're building all that good organic matter in the ground. So you have the best of both worlds. It's not ever, you know, bulletproof, right? It's not ever completely fail safe, because we still like that weather. But I'm telling you, I touched on this with John. I had at the farm 10 days after I planted, no rain, and I had to plant because I was, you know, leaving for client trips. 5 days in, I sent John. 4 days in, I sent a picture to John, and that summer blend was germinated. Now, you wouldn't get that without the organic matter or the thatch, right? So I mean, that's just a testament. And then we got blessed with a bunch of rain down there, still raining in Kentucky. But I guess the theory to the video is this, guys: don't overlook the power of rye to begin with, not only as an attractant, but also what it gives you as that thatch layer.
It's the workhorse in the whole system is rye.
That's right. Multiple different things that you can do with it. Use it to your favor. Don't get rid of it, and you know, don't overlook that power of rye, like John said.